Hey guys, this is Dissb. This is footage of my Prestige 8 Warlock Pyromancer hybrid build for Rift 1.6. As many of you know, I've cancelled my subscription to Rift and this will be my last video, but I really wanted to try the new ability called Spark, which reduces the mage's global cooldown by half a second. Now that's pretty big considering the normal global cooldown is 1.5 seconds, so it's a 33% reduction. Now the object of this build is to kill your opponent within 8 seconds using Countdown and Inferno as the finisher. So you really want to try to get your opponent down to about 30% health when your countdown goes off, and then you can finish your opponent with Inferno. Because of the global cooldown reduction, you'll be able to get a lot of spells off on your opponent. You have a lot of instants here. You have Flame Bolt, you have Draining Bolt, you have Dark Fury, you have Inferno, and you have your dots. And the reason I'm going up 38 on the Warlock tree is for one reason: Defiled. So the rotation I'm gonna begin with is always gonna be Flame Bolt, Countdown, Defile, Dark Touch. Now I'm gonna slow this next clip down because it shows a good rotation here. Starts with Flame Bolt. I get opportunity proc, but I'm going to drop my countdown because you want to get your countdown on him as soon as possible. It's got 4 seconds left. I get another opportunity proc. I'm going to follow it up with a Fireball and get ready to Inferno him, and all 3 should hit at once, which does. And hits for about 3,000 damage. Got a new target, same rotation, Flame Bolt, Countdown. I'm going to lay some dots, hope I get an opportunity proc, which I do. Going to throw out a Fireball at him. So I've got 3 seconds. I'm really monitoring the countdown. Now I'm going to lay off here and wait for a countdown to hit. And then I'm going to follow it up with Inferno, which should finish him off. Since this rogue is already low on health, I'm going to lead off with a countdown followed by some dots. Now I know that my finishers are on cooldown, so I'm going to turn around and blow some fire on him with Flame Jet. Now if you look at, I've got 3 dots on him and my countdown's about to go off, but someone actually gets the kill before me. Now I'm going to pause here, resume at 100% again, and I'm going to reconstruct to gain some health. I'm going to try to flicker here to gain some ground, but I run right into the log. I'm going to start off with a countdown again, but he ends up dying, so I'm going to go back to my normal, dot him up, Void Bolt, Dark Fury, followed by Inferno. I mean, that's a lot of damage that's being done. The thing I really love about this build is everything is instant, and I mean everything. You will not see me stand and cast a Fireball or anything. Everything is done on the move because this is my version of a glass cannon with virtually no defense. It actually does have defense. One of the reasons why I picked up the Archmage tree is to have Break Free as well as Flicker, because this build really utilizes pre-kiting and good judgment of when it's time to move forward and back. You also want to have your Inferno, which is going to be your primary killer, on a keybind that's very readily accessible. Currently, I'm using my thumb mouse button, which is very easy for me. You'll see I'm able to do a lot of sniping. I'd also like to note that I never use Internalized Charge or Sacrifice Life for damage, and the main reason is I just forget. So the numbers that you see could be increased as much as 35%. Now I've tried a lot of different builds and I've respec'd maybe a dozen times, and this is what I am the most comfortable with. It definitely packs a serious punch. Now when you guys take a close look at this particular build, you might find a few things that you'd like to tweak to your own style of play. But having 38 Warlock, 25 Pyro is an absolute must for me. I just feel there's so many passive abilities in the Warlock tree, as well as the 2 lifesavers that are essential for the success of this particular build. So here I have this rogue again. I'm going to lead off with Flame Bolt, Countdown, Cinder Burst, drop a few dots on him, watch my countdown 1 second. I'm going to get ready to Inferno him, and he's dead. That is a good representation of your basic spell rotation. The one thing this build really does lack is AoE, and I really wanted to make a nice single target glass cannon spec. And although this has Devouring Shadows, that's pretty much it, and I've never been one to spam Devouring Shadows. I'm not really, this build is for more of just to be able to pick out targets and kill at will. Because I know a lot of people like the big numbers and they like to kill and they don't mind dying. Personally, I still prefer my 45-21 build, but for the people that don't mind dying and like to see big numbers and have pretty good overall awareness, you will really enjoy this build a lot. Sometimes I wish I had another month to play this game because it's really a lot of fun, this particular build. If I had another month to play this, I'm sure I would be making some videos that would absolutely amaze a lot of you guys. But for now, I really just want to show you guys how I want to play this, is to take advantage of the global cooldown and countdown. Here we go, I'm going to lead off with Flame Bolt, gets resisted, countdown, drop some dots, get my opportunity, throw out a Cinder Burst, look at the countdown, and get ready to Inferno. It's really, really hard to live through that. As you guys may have noticed, there are no healers in this. Well, I guess there is one, but I'm not getting any heals, so you become very dependent on your potions and your life-saving abilities. It is one of the drawbacks, but we live with it. That's why you guys really gotta set up your spells well and make sure you're able to get that killing blow, because Bloodthirsty is gonna become your best friend. Even in the past few Warfronts, I've noticed Flicker is just an awesome ability. It can help you break range from someone or be out of range from someone that you're having difficulties with. It's a good way to move closer to an opponent. It's on a 30-second cooldown and it breaks CC. It's just a wonderful spell that should be abused. Maybe abused isn't the correct term, but you can really, it's a very versatile spell. That's what it is. With this particular build, you always want to hang around with your teammates. It's a lot more squishier than my 45-21 Warlock build. Let's see if we can get one more footage of maybe me trying to vary it up with a different spell rotation. So here I'm going to lead off with my Flame Bolt. I'm going to Flame Bolt, countdown, a couple of dots. This time I'm going to lead off with a Fireball. Look at the countdown. Once it goes off, Inferno. Really very difficult to deal with. I'm going to pull off and start flanking around the side. Same rotation. I'm watching my countdown. It's got 3 seconds. And Inferno finishes him off again. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed all the videos that I've made. This is going to be my last video. I want to thank everyone who's helped and supported me, and especially the ones that gave me feedback as to what they'd like to see and how I can improve my videos. As some of you know, I am moving on to Star Wars, which will be coming out December 20th. And it'll be great for me because it'll be a good time to start with a fresh new game with a huge player base. And this time I can start blogging about my experiences from the very beginning. Once again, this is Dissb. Thank you everyone for watching. Simply hitting the like button on YouTube goes a long way.